Party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Ross moving, Lowe's, Rumble, Aldo, Nice is the uncle.
So I'm pulling away from the happiest place in America, and I just had like the most intense interaction I ever had at this place ever in my life. I'm sure you're wondering what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Lay. And if you're not on game, I'm talking about Chick-fil-A, a.k.a. the Lay, or Chick-fil-A, however you rock and however you want to call it. Pretty much, a chick parked next to me in a big truck. And I already think women and chicks shouldn't be driving big vehicles like that anyway if they don't have a certain height limit, or anybody for that matter if they're not a certain height, because it just be too much whipping them big trucks. So she parks next to me, double parks. I can't even get in my fucking whip, but she sees me walking up to my car and she trying to take the baby out the whip. She see me looking at her, see me looking at the situation. She ignoring me. But goddamn it, them white folk got behind me and they got on my side. They started like, hey man, the dude can't even get in his car. So eventually she walks and moves her whips, and then before she does that, she has a little outburst. Oh damn, it's not even that serious. She know damn well she wasn't talking to me, because she was talking to my little fellow white comrades that was, had my back. And with this just brings me to my next point. Hey bruh, when you in the wrong or somebody calls you out or puts you on blast, you flashing out ain't the best look. Especially when you in the wrong. That shit ain't cute. It's a bad look, and that shit ain't becoming of an adult.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend podcast. It's your man Aldo Nice.
It's your boy Rod Smooth.
It's your boy Los, a.k.a. CAP.
Yeah, Rumble. Chick-fil-A, if you will. Rumbe, if you will. Rumbe. Rumbe Williams, if you will.
Rumbe.
I think there's a lot of validity to if you in the wrong, flashing out on people is the worst look. Yeah. It's just never a good look.
That's a defense mechanism, though. I think people do that when they know they're wrong. You really be mad at yourself, but you can't just, you don't know how to handle it, so you just flash out on somebody else like, hey, look, it ain't that bad, Yeah, he be mad at you. You know you dead ass wrong, man. Man couldn't get in his car.
I don't think that there's a whole much to say here, other than the fact that that's the truth. We all have been a part of that, and it's very terrible. It's even more terrible whenever they go with it's not even that serious thing when it's really not. But you the one that went to lying about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you is serious to you because you lying to try to protect yourself. Like, come on, like, get out of here. Or are you getting defensive? I'm sorry, maybe not lying, but getting defensive to try to protect yourself. Like, that's what it's not that serious.
But, I'm thinking it's funny because as he's saying that, I'm thinking about me. Like, if I I told you I got a habit of, if it's a whole big traffic jam, I'm going all the way to the front of the line and I'm merging in. And if somebody, do something and, blow their horn at me, I'm going to get mad and blow the horn back at them and get boisterous, knowing I'm wrong. Because, sometimes you be shamed because you're wrong, so you just be like, oh, come on, man. What the... I can think of many times.
I think a lot of the times when you're doing crazy shit like that in the car, it depends on what's on the radio.
If it's that
Grizzly. Like, I really look, I just want to let you know, a couple of minutes ago, I had this on my mind, and just quick fire. Jeezy or Rick Ross?
Rick Ross. Career or right now?
Right now. New album.
Oh, Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Okay, well, I'm Jeezy. When Jeezy on, cutting. I ain't, what? Don't make me get out my car. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not that serious.
You feel like J-Bo?
I'm telling you, you know how it is when you're in your car. You put some Webby on or something like that, cutting you Webby.
Yeah.
You put Jeezy on you Jeezy. You put Rick Ross on you Rick Ross.
Yeah.
And I would act as they would if I'm doing some foolishness on the street.
Cutting, I feel like me and Los was really, really, really hammered on Saturday night, and we walked into this bar.
Lord.
No, we was So we bought a fifth for Louisiana over Texas weekend. We bought a fifth. No, I bought a fifth to that man crib to watch LSU, and we drunk that whole fifth. And then before I knew it, we had finished the fifth for him, and we was already into another fifth. What you had? That seventh,
Remy.
Remy. So yeah, we was already into like that Remy. And then we went like out and we went to see the Harry. We had one at his crib. Then we went to another little bar and had a few more. Then we went to one more bar.
Stupid, dog.
And I feel like this is where the story is applicable. When we walked in, I had a headband on. First of all, Raj, I had a headband on with an NBA logo on, with the NBA logo in the middle of my head, nigga. Darius Miles. Yeah. I was like doing my little Mia Los handshake, then the two hands on the fist on the head, like Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson. Like, I was that fucked up, and that Boosie came on. They say that I'm crazy, but I know I ain't crazy. Pistol whip that nigga 40 minutes straight with my shit. Fuck up his face. Cutting.
Hey.
Yeah. That music, cutting. I mean, all of that to say, that music.
Cutting, I'm just saying it's probably in my life, I'm just saying the chances that I pistol whip that nigga 40 minutes straight is slim to none. Cutting. Probably, you know what I'm saying? But whenever the song on,
I didn't pistol whip. I do that I pistol whip niggas all the time.
That's what I do for a living. Cause I get paid to pistol whip niggas. Not for 39 minutes.
No.
And I want overtime if I go 41.
So he could have changed the lyrics to I pistol whip that nigga 40 hours a week. Cause I mean it's a full-time job. It's a full-time job with that song on. 40 hours a week, I pistol whip niggas.
That's a lot of pistol whipping right there for 40 hours a week.
Raj, that's what you do for a job, right?
And when the song on.
You gotta change out pistols. And do you get a lunch break or something in between time?
Not 40 minutes, because you gotta grind. Grind is real.
You're not like pistol whipping him across his head all the time. Like you might just be hitting him on his calf and shit, like hurting, like it's hurt, like just popping him on his calf.
I'm going at his head for 40 minutes straight.
I
don't know if you could pistol whip somebody in a different place than they have. Go pistol whip somebody on their shoulder blade.
Pistol whip, yeah.
You could pistol whip their mouth.
Ass.
No, come on, man. That's not real.
Their head.
Hey, man, no Antonio Brown, man. Relax, man.
No back shot.
None of that.
Literally, not.
Okay, two things. Return to Louisiana over Texas weekend. I feel like we should speak to that. Yeah, man. Look, we talked it into existence. We knew what it was gonna be. We planned it out months ahead of time. We was telling Houston boys, look, we're gonna take down UT Saturday. We're taking down them Texas on Sunday. Yeah. But I tell you this, Texas. Y'all put up a Texas-sized fight, man. That was two of the best games of football. Mm-hmm. Like to start off the season, college and pros, two fire games. Fire games. Fire games. Raj, where were you at the conclusion of the Saints game?
I was on a flight. Let me tell you something look, because I know we're about to go into this. Let me tell you something specifically that burns my boot. The person I was sitting next to on the flight, I'm watching the game and we about to take off. The back wheel's about to get off the ground. And I'm gonna watch the game. They already told us to turn our stuff off. Say to me, the person next to me says to me, "You're gonna kill us," in a jokingly way. That's not what I want to hear when I'm on a flight.
Not on the flight.
I don't want to hear no type of. I had to say an extra hour farther for that, man.
Always gotta say your little prayers when that thing about to take off.
As soon as I sit down on that thing, gotta say the prayers, boy.
Yeah, man. He had to say an extra for that. That's crazy, man. One time, man. Moment of silence. We all recording on 9/11, so you know what I mean. One time for the souls that was lost 18 years ago today, man. We all probably remember where we at, but it's not a 9/11 tribute episode, so we're just gonna leave it at that, man. You know?
Yeah, happy birthday to my grandmother. Rest in peace.
Well, there you go.
9/11. No, that's what 9/11 is at this point to me.
Yeah, I mean, and there you go. So, man, you said Rick Ross Jeezy. I've been wanting to say this on the podcast. Would you die for me right now? My thing is, I need Rick Ross ad-libs on our podcast, like, all the time. So any of our female listeners who want to just say little sexy sounding Rick Ross CD sounding stuff, look, we'll edit it and put it in the podcast. We need little sound effects besides that
Thomas,
them people and our regular little bell and the Los' lion.
If you
Like we
think
need
CAP is lying, you are probably
we need
correct.
some other little ad libs. So give us some Rick
Like
Ross
what
sound.
you gotta give them some examples. What you want them to say?
Let me
Like,
tell
what
you,
would they
and
say?
you know what? I actually got the perfect one, Los. I'm
I'm
glad
listening.
you said that. What I need, and we could have a contest, but I need a lip smack, a fire lip smack on our shit. Like
Fire
that,
lip.
Look at that.
That's what I want.
I could go with that. Or some they could just say our names, but just like you gotta say it sexy, like the Rick Ross people, like you know how you be like, you the biggest boss, you the boss, baby. Something like Aldo, you know you nice, something. You feel me?
Look at him.
You feel
Look
me?
at him.
You feel me? Like ain't nobody smooth like Rye, some shit like that, right? That's gonna go hell,
Oh,
right?
that bitch, I might get you to say that thing.
We might have to just use that piece, huh?
I have to use your voice.
That boy's stupid.
Oh, they could
Listen,
have one.
Los.
Yeah.
Los, the voice of the niggas.
Los, you so hood, something, right? You know like
You
that?
can't say. Nah, you can't say that, Los.
There you go.
That's a good one.
Okay. We need
say that.
these. Somebody send them to us. Or they could just be like, what's your next point, Room Bay? Room Bay.
Room boy make the points.
There you go. Something. Yeah, okay. We'll work that out, man. But send us, just think
Then,
about it.
then we gotta get one of them other people to be like, "Hey, Q."
Hey, Q. She said one of them other people. Leave them people alone. Leave them people alone. We ain't been talking about them people for a whole bunch of podcasts, man. But no, okay. Anybody could tell us what the ad lib should be, and then we'll solicit somebody to give us the voiceovers.
I know my boy Big Chief guy. He gonna let us know.
Oh yeah, Big. What time for
Shout out
What time for Big
motherfucking
Chief
This
73?
podcast brought to you by Big Chief, bro.
Big Chief 73, man. That boy, man.
100.
Although you're a Falcons fan, sorry. You know what I mean?
Oh, never
Huge
mind. I
podcast
recant my
supporter.
statement.
Hey, man, hit me up, Big Chief. Let me know what kind of work daddy, best friend weekend top you need, what size, what color. I got you. We get it popping. I get that order for you. I got a few on back order. It's actually, I keep saying Room Bay, Rumble birthday weekend. So shout out, happy birthday. This podcast is brought to you by Rumble Williams. So happy, I don't know how old that man making. Not that old. Still young enough to party, man. Old enough to get it in, still young enough to party. So y'all holler at Bruce Banner 92. Well, shit.
Hey.
Bruce Banner 92. That means 27. That has to be what that
Hey,
means.
you know you gotta make Big Chief's son a little shirt too.
A little shirt daddy.
Yeah, he gotta have
Little
a
Chief.
Yeah, it's a little chief. Minor, miniature chief. That's him, right? Hey,
Baby
man.
Chief.
Yeah, okay. So let me tell y'all some things that burned my boot at this week.
Micro Chief.
So the first thing
Miniatures Chief.
that burns my boot at this week is I'm getting off of social media. When people announce that they're getting off of social media, or
On social media.
another thing that burns my boot at is when people are like, I'm back. and you didn't know they got off of social media. I don't like the proclamations of going off or coming back onto social media. Like, well, I've been off this for 6 months. I'm checking back in. Y'all still in the same bullshit. Logs back off. What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if this is something that you guys notice.
Nah, I don't pay attention.
I mean, I heard it, but I just honestly, it's one of those things that just kind of gets stored in my subliminal. I don't even know. Like, it's just back there when I see somebody. Oh, you leaving Facebook? Oh shit. Okay, cool. See you later. But I don't feel like I know anybody. I usually have like a little story or something, like a little tidbit, but I don't know anybody that actually went through with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Cause like, just imagine we got them all. I think all three of them got it. All of the social medias.
Yeah.
Right. So I just couldn't imagine if was saying something one day and I wasn't able to be a part of it.
But I mean, the boys is like, that's kind of part of why, and I think that's a very interesting thing, right? I even in my regular job and just kind of jokes that I'll say on the regular, I always make it a point to be like, yeah, Facebook is for old people, Facebook for your mama, Facebook for your grandma. And like Instagram is my social media of choice that I like to really like I log on to the gram and I'm scrolling and I'm looking at stuff. But in reality, I think me and you, Raj, spend a lot of time on Facebook because
no doubt
that's where you get the fire reading of stuff and just conversations. Like you get the conversations going on the book.
We taking this to a different place, and I agree with you. But what I don't understand is I'm never the first person to comment. Never. And I always wondered, because it's always a person, like, the usual suspects that's the first to comment. And I'm like, how they saw, like, they must have notifications or something turned on when certain people post.
Yeah, some people do.
Because and what I would really like to do is get one of them viral, I've actually seen you do this before, one of them viral ESPN posts where, like somebody will make notice of something that's not supposed to be made notice of. They got a little dog in the corner, and somebody say, well, look, that little dog in the corner, and then they get 14,000 likes and shit, It's on my bucket list.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be like, there's a lot of times where I'm watching TV, and I'm sitting there like, oh man, let me rewind that, play it again. Let me, if I use this app and I figure this out, I could do that and I could post it. Yeah, there's a lot of times that I'll get up and record things that are happening on TV because I see something funny in the background. Like, even remember, Los, when we was watching that game last season, and it was the Raptors, maybe 2 seasons ago, when that nigga had all them tattoos
on his face?
On his face. Yeah. When we was watching the NCAA tournament, that African dude hit the game winner. Yes, in the mouth. In the mouth.
Let us go.
Let us go. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Not let's go.
Let us go.
Let us go.
Let us go.
Let us go. Because that's the number one thing people say in sports. Let's go.
Let's go. That boy say, let us go. Let us go. That boy was back in so.
Hey, Ryan. We are going to help you make that dream come true, dog. I'm going to find some stuff. Well, no, you saying you got to catch it. I can't just send you nothing and let you post it.
No, because I got to be early. That's the point. I think the point of it all is social media is fun. I think that you should. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. I'm not even saying you should because I haven't. But it's okay with me to take a break.
Yeah.
But like, don't act like you just above it.
Taking a
break, what you gonna do?
Means you're not looking at social media in the right way. That means you're allowing it to affect you too much or something if you got to take a break.
Well, it means it's addictive and it's a drug to you. I feel like I can handle my social media. I enjoy my social media. I don't need it all the time. I'm not as interested in it as I used to be. Like, I used to be very on it, like commenting on people's statuses. I used to check every single Instagram. I don't know why Instagram ever did this, but whenever they went from chronological order to whatever that algorithm shit is that they use now, I lost interest because I used to wake up in the morning and scroll and see what I missed.
Yep.
And until I got to a picture I saw, and then I can't do that no more.
There's a reason. I don't know what the reason is, but they had to do it for a reason. They had to figure it out.
Sure. But Snapchat did the same thing. They give you the people that you interact with the most at the front.
No, Snapchat lost me when that happened. Like, I don't log on to Snapchat anymore. After that, that's when they lost me. When they stopped.
Because I used to like to wake up. Yeah, waking up on a Saturday morning and seeing what happened on Friday night was like what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, I always like to. It's funny because in much the same way that people can say social media is addictive and this and that and the third, the conversation we were having off air right before we started was that you told somebody, I look to the people I follow on Facebook to get news, and you can't be spreading fake news. You know what I mean? Like, I wake up and I'm reading stuff. I want to see if something happened. I want to see the new stuff that happened. So I don't know where these people get their news from when they get off social media for months at a time. What do they turn on CNN when they wake up in the morning? How do you know what happened?
I think that you have more screen time, but you have it in a different screen on a different screen.
You're on Yahoo.
Yeah, you probably just on your phone on the internet, whatever.
Reading stories on the Athletic.
On your phone.
On the Atlantic.
Man, them people not reading no story.
Yeah,
Atlantic.
Some people reading stories, so we'll see. Second thing that burned my boot at, and I mean it's been burning my boot at for a couple of weeks. Shout out, this podcast brought to you by Harley Davidson. He said to make sure I get this on here. I was supposed to get it on that last week. LeBron invented Taco Tuesday.
He gotta relax.
Why is he trying to trademark it?
They shut him down. He gotta relax. Hey, I mean, hey, listen. When you on fire like LeBron and Rich Paul is right now, you gotta, that's a heat check.
Let me tell you this. I think that was a very terrible heat check. Somebody like LeBron, you know what's funny? Let me put it to you like this. This probably is the first official stupid bad thing that LeBron has done. Like everything else, even like quitting in the play, you can't prove some of the stuff that people like to say about LeBron. Oh, Lord, he ain't clutch. Oh, this and that. Like also his hairline and all of this stuff that like you think LeBron taking L's for and he really not. This was a Ellington. Duke Ellington. I don't understand. He should have known that wasn't gonna be no.
But you just never know,
thing.
man. Them boys ain't missed in a while, so he was just like, let me just see how hot we really are. And what if they would let him do that? What if
I think it was stupid to even attempt to do Taco Tuesday.
You know that they said in his post for Taco Tuesday, he got like a little thing where he'd be like,
yeah.
That shit is mad racist, yo. Think about that. Think about that. Like, think about it. Think about it. If some white boys was like fried chicken Tuesdays, nigga, and they
no, that's not the same. That's not the same.
Okay,
nigga.
So if we was let me do it a different way. If we was like Foo Fridays, and we did like some, it would be the same thing, right?
But it's not. That's not really how Africans talk. But
fried right Friday. Like if we did
hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy.
Like all of that would be racist. Cutting LeBron going Taco Tuesday. Cutting that's bad.
But the people the people who invented tacos do make that noise.
But somebody told me that tacos is an American thing on the cool. That tacos ain't nothing like in Mexico or south of the border. Like it's all burritos. They're like tacos is an invention.
No, it is not.
Well, yeah, but they said tacos is like an invention of north of the border. I've heard that. I don't know. Correct me out there.
And they came and got it. And took
if
it
we
back
have
down
Hispanic
there.
listeners who still listening after that rant.
That's funny. So like basically what you saying is the shit started up here.
Yeah.
That shit funny to say up here and down there. But anyway, the shit started up here and somebody from down there came and was like, damn, that shit fire. Bro, you ever had this shit fire? And then like introduced it to an entire nation.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they had burritos and they had they got like tortillas and flautas. They got all kind of just anything Mexican food. Think about it, it's them, except for tacos. Like they don't eat like tacos like that.
So like okay, all right, hold on. Let me tweak my story then. Let me tweak my story. So basically, a dude from down there came up here, and somebody from up here was eating a taco or was explaining to him what tacos was. They was talking about burritos and shit, and he was like, But you ever open that thing up and like just ate it folded instead of tucked?
Right. Something like that.
And it was like, damn, and he introduced it to an entire nation.
Cutting.
Yeah,
something
he took it back like this
like
hours.
That, cutting. Something like that. Cutting. Like there was probably a person somewhere eating crawfish some kind of way, and then they came to Louisiana and the boys was like, you ever ball that shit? I love how that phone ring to that. I mean, I think there's something like that. Okay, but I think both validity and what both of you guys are saying. Los, I do think it's a heat check. Raj, I do think it could be the first crack in the armor of like LeBron not being the coolest anymore. And I'm gonna tell you who he's handing it off to because I saw the coolest Instagram picture. If y'all are on Instagram, I think it was on Bleacher Report BR Kicks, if I'm not mistaken. It was Bronny. They posted Bronny today. with some bread fours. Man, that shit was so fly. He had some bread. He had some bread floors. He looked like he had went like running in mud, like not mud but dust. So they look like kind of a combo between some bread fours and some like fear fours a little bit. But it was breads, but they were so dusted out that they looked like he had just been running in the sand with them. And he just had some shorts on with a hoodie. And Sharif O'Neal was behind him like giggling and like trying to dap. But he looked like he was walking through the hallways of a school or something on his phone. Cutting it, I was like, damn, Bronny look cool. And LeBron like not doing cool shit. So it's almost like like you're getting old, Dad.
It's not a reach.
It's not a reach. Just because that man tried to bring what you call it, Taco Tuesday, make him not cool.
I understand what you're saying, Los. I'm not saying that LeBron is definitely cooler than Bronny. Absolutely. But I'm saying there will be a time that the pendulum is going to swing.
Most definitely.
This might be the first little crack where we're starting to see the pendulum swing. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I feel like he's still cool, but that is his son, though.
But absolutely.
Look what let me tell you what it is.
It's on Bleacher Report.
I agree with most of what you said, but Bronny is cooler than LeBron right now. Like, LeBron is, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as youth, as far as the people that's like watching TV, man, Bronny is, as right now, Bronny's cooler than LeBron. I think for us,
it's
LeBron is
on BR
cooler.
Kicks. I just put it in y'all inbox though. Yeah. You think right now LeBron is cooler?
I think Bronny is cooler right now.
Mm-hmm.
Young, bro, we always talking about like the lingo. Basically, let's just say the culture. I think as far as the culture, as far as what's going on in music and shit, Bronny on all of that, and LeBron still probably listening to Nelly and shit like me. Like,
no.
Bronny on the fly stuff. Bronny is on the fly stuff that a ninth grader who's if you watch More Than a Game when LeBron them was in it, like in 2 years, Bronny's gonna be an 11th grader who's gonna be super, super, super cool. It's like certain celebrities have made their children cool, and it makes them extra cool for doing that. I'm gonna just go throw some names out there. Let's just do this. Like what you said, rapid fire. Rev Run. Was his son school? Did he make his son school?
No, his son lame.
Okay, like Diggy was okay.
Cool.
Diggy was okay, but then JoJo and other lame, right? So didn't do a great job. How about Master P?
Yeah.
Romeo, I think so too. I think Romeo, super cool. Like he made a cool kid. Like that's an art. Will Smith, did he make a cool kid?
Yes.
I think Jaden's cool as shit, man. Sire, bro.
Cooler than just about anyone in the world.
Jaden's a cool kid. Okay, step back. We 2 out of 3 on that one, so we definitely Jaden. Michael Jordan, did he make cool kids?
No.
No, I don't even know who Michael Jordan's son is.
Like,
but I also don't think like Michael Jordan was that cool.
Michael B. Jordan.
That's what I was about to say. Got to be Michael B. If he Michael B.
I'm sorry, Raj. What you say?
No, I'm just saying I don't think Michael Jordan was that cool. Like I think he
with
was
them big pants.
I think he was on. That's what he was. He was on.
That's
like
nice.
they put somebody. He got put on,
mm-hmm.
and he definitely did some things to put himself on. But as far as cool,
hey man, it's only one dude I know 3 for 3 though.
Who?
LeVar Ball. Got 3 cool kids, dog.
But LeVar don't count.
3.
He don't count because he wasn't famous. He wasn't famous. I know he never lost. I know he never lost.
Yeah, he never lost.
I know he never lost.
And he's the big baller. That man took his son out of high school and sent him overseas, bro.
Hold up. I love LeVar Ball more than most people, right?
Father Hall of Fame, dog.
Stop. I know he a fatherholic. Okay, Dwayne Wade, he made cool sons?
Hell yeah. One of them.
He does.
How about
both of them cool?
How about Shaquille O'Neal in the same vein?
Yeah. Sharif cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made cool sons, yeah.
I think they both got one son who one of them boys and one son who cool. I think. I'm not sure. I think Shaq.
No, I don't think Shaq got.
I think he got a tall. I think he got a tall.
Oh,
son
you
who
know
be
what
modeling.
he does? The one who not real popular. Yeah.
He got like a little.
He got some letters.
He got
a few letters.
You're ridiculous right now. But yeah, okay, that's the only people I can think of who got boys. I can't think of nobody else who got no sons. Like I was
Magic Johnson.
Who you said?
Magic Johnson got a cool son.
Why y'all
stay in fishnets?
Why y'all gotta come from Magic Johnson's son, bro?
Well, I'm just saying he cool. I said he cool.
I saw a picture
That
today.
boy-
I've seen this picture many a times, but it's just fun. I saw it this morning, and it was that picture with Magic Johnson with his Michigan State shirt on. Y'all saw that one, and it's like now he want to wear Trojans. And I'm like, they Spartans,
Oh,
man.
God.
They Spartans. They Spartans, bro. Come
Oh,
on,
my God.
man.
hey,
Come on, man.
Sometimes you gotta let the little smart shit go and just laugh at the joke.
He can't want no USC shit. I tell you that. That nigga gonna come
That's
for
funny, though.
real, bro.
That's
Like,
still funny.
I don't need it, man. Let me tell you the last thing that burned my boot at. Maybe one of y'all two could explain this to me. I don't own the rights to this music. What's that? Why people put that? What's that about?
That's so you don't get cut off. That's so That's so your page don't get, or at least let's just say so your page has a chance to not get put off of YouTube or whatever site it is.
No, it don't. It'd be like Facebook.
They delete your
or
page.
Instagram posts and people people's regular personal Instagram page, and they'll put that on there. I don't get that.
Yeah, but it's some kind of rule where they can actually delete your page if you have somebody else's music on there.
Nobody deleted our shit yet.
We got our own music though.
No, I be putting like people's music on our stuff.
Who you use other than the uncle?
No, I'm saying when I put like a little clip video, it'll be a whole song playing in the background. But I don't put.
Well,
I don't own the rights.
We
to
at
this
risk.
music.
We at risk then.
Okay. So that's a real thing.
I agree. I agree. I think, and it might be people that might have a YouTube following as well, so they're just covering their grounds.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if someone has gotten taken off or not, but I know for sure I've tried to post something on YouTube in the past and it didn't pass through.
No, I mean that's happened to us. However, if I would have wrote I don't own the rights to this music, they would have let me keep it on.
Maybe
that's a weird thing because I also see the same thing on like NFL highlights where it's like I do not own the rights to these videos.
Yeah.
And I don't know, bro.
I didn't put it on my Deontay Spencer video last week. Like, I don't own the rights to those videos we used in those clips. I mean,
I don't know.
Hey,
it burns my boot.
I think you also got to be.
You got to
be a bit. I think you got to be a bit bigger. Like I think there might be like some sort of Shazam type deal that goes down. But for news shows and whatnot like that, I don't think that they're big enough to try to catch somebody just posting.
They said that they. So speaking of blocking people, shout out, this podcast brought to you by Bolo Breeze. Bolo said that a couple weeks ago when he live streamed the what's his name? Come on,
Dustin
man.
Poirier.
No, not Dustin Poirier. Come on, man. No, man. Why am I so slow right now, man? Daniel Cormier. When he live streamed the Daniel Cormier fight against Stipe, he was like sitting at a bar somewhere, and I was like, I was going and I was looking for it on Facebook to see who was live streaming it. They kept cutting people off, and it was fun. It's funny watching people. They're like, "Oh shit, bro!" Like they sitting with somebody in their living room. Shit, bro, this shit's getting big, dude. It's like 15,000 people watch. Dog, it's 18,000 people watching. Because people would just be logging on real quick and just like whatever. Then all of a sudden, they should have go out and I heard a dude saying keep the volume off or do this or do that because then they're not gonna shut you down. But one of the guys was like, bruh, I'm not turning the volume off. I'm not doing any of that stuff. People UFC has people who are watching for this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And as soon as they find it, they are literally the whole time, their job is to look online to see who's doing it and to shut them down. So, I just thought that was interesting. I never thought about it that way. And Bolo said that after he live streamed it, and it was maybe 12 of us watching it, people from the B, he said he got banned for a week from Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. He got suspended for a week for that. That's funny, dog. I'm like, damn, shout out. Man. You did it for the
Now he for real at risk. They probably watch him all the time.
He own the rights.
If he would have wrote, I don't own the rights to this fight.
Or just kept saying it over and over again.
Y'all are ridiculous. Let's get to some stories of this week, man. Listen, not often a lot of times we record the podcast and it's like, damn, we recorded it and it's like, damn, oh, this happened. So last week when we recorded this podcast, we was like, yeah, Deontay, and you get to play against Antonio Brown on Monday Night Football. Damn, shit done changed in a week, man.
Well.
Literally, think about how much stuff has happened in a week. Antonio Brown went from, okay, John Gruden said he gonna play on Monday. No, actually, maybe last week when we recorded, that day, he wasn't. He had just cursed out and say smacked or something his or not smacked but threatened to smack the GM. He called
him a cracker.
Yeah. The next day, John Gruden said he was gonna play. Saturday morning, that man had got cut. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Saturday afternoon.
Saturday at noon.
That man was on the Patriots. Like crazy. Monday night, it's like, oh, that man going to practice on Tuesday. Tuesday, that man got a charge. Like, the fuck? That man got a me too.
That white man hit that button on that boy.
Okay,
we really could have had a whole, literally in 1 week, we had an entire amount of podcast material just based on Antonio Brown.
He's a character, right? Antonio Brown's a character. Okay, first question. Is that his real eyes?
I think so.
I think so too.
I think so.
I think he a light-skinned hazel eye brother, right? So this is the first thing I'm gonna say.
He's not light-skinned, Cud.
Did I say light-skinned? I'm sorry. I meant to say
light-skinned.
I meant to say dark-skinned. He is the definition of what we refer to where I grew up. They called him a black Frenchman. Is what they used to call him. Oh, black. But the only characteristic he don't have that them black Frenchmen had, he ain't got that little slick hair. If he had them little light eyes, real dark skin with that slick hair. Frenchy. But he'd have had that conk in them 20s. He'd have had that conk, though.
Yeah.
That's a conk,
he went some of the weird hairstyles, too, though.
Yeah, he would have had a conk. But, the thing about Antonio Brown is, he always been kind of a publicity grabber. He was on Dancing with the Stars and The Masked Singer. He's always been trying to be, somebody who... whatever. But his whole thing was, and let's start with that first thing. Let's talk about the football first before we go into this other thing because they got so many levels to this. But let's just talk about the football. Antonio Brown's whole deal was guaranteed contract money, right? Mm-hmm. And he was trying to defy the power structure. His move from Pittsburgh to ultimately getting in New England. What do we think about his antics and the stuff that he, what was happening? I use the word antics, and it has a connotation. So let me take that back. What do we think about his methods and the way he went about getting to where he ultimately ended up with the Patriots and kind of that whole thing in totality?
I'm a big champion of. I think the players need more power than they have. I kind of don't like the entire structure of how players move around and teams have ownership of a player and whatnot, and then you can franchise tag and do all kind of crazy stuff to them and just make their life miserable. I don't like that at all. I think him getting out of Pittsburgh, I was cool. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, finally, man get to go somewhere and spread his wings, whatever. Getting out of Oakland, I'm like, man, this something after all of the stuff that happened over the course of the off season, I'm like, I saw people on Facebook that was standing up for him and saying about how the white man was trying to do this. I'm not trying to hear that shit no more, man. There's something wrong with that dude, man. That's how I feel. So no,
this is talking about pre-rape charge and stuff.
I'm talking about the rape charge was
let's not talk about the rape charge.
If you didn't know,
let's get there.
No, I don't want to talk about it, but the rape charge to me in the grand scheme of things is if you didn't think he was crazy before, something wrong with you. Nah, if you don't think he's crazy.
Okay. Lowe's, what you think?
My whole thing, I think when he got to Oakland, it wasn't like he thought it was going to be. And especially when they said they still going to find him, and, give him, fine him hit him with the $250,000 fine or whatever. And he realized that, and I think he was kind of over the whole situation or whatever. And then I think Drew Rosenhaus being who he is, his agent, I think he close with the Patriots. They put their bug. Somebody shot a little smoke signal out there, a little kite. It's like, look here, man, he ain't gonna have no problem like that around here. Just know, he good over here if he ever need us. He's like, word? All right, cool. So I think he really set himself up to get out of there. You know what I mean?
Of course he did that part.
But I'm saying, do I think? I don't know no other way he could have done it other than that. Unless he just went to him and said, "Hey, man, just release me."
Do you think it was a master plan, Los?
Yeah. Not from the beginning, but
Okay.
after a while.
Okay.
After a while, I think so. When he got there and realized it wasn't what he was going to be, I think so.
So I agree with you. I don't think it was a master plan when he was in like some people was like, oh, when he was in Philadelphia, they tried to trade him to the Patriots, and then Mike Tomlin was like, nah, we ain't gonna trade him to the Patriots. He was like, I'll just go to another team and fuck him over so I could eventually get to the Patriots. I don't think that's the plan. I think it's exactly what you just said, that he went to he's kind of that same mode of, let's go back to LeBron. Of athletes trying to take control of their own situation. The same thing as Le'Veon Bell. I want guaranteed money. I play football. I get my head knocked off. I want this money, and I want to make sure it's guaranteed because I'm great at what I do. And a lot more players are doing it, from Zeke Elliott to Alvin Kamara next year to Melvin Gordon to everybody. They want that money, and they need that check. That's part of it. It's nothing to be nothing. Go ahead.
I just want to interject after kind of talking to Spence about the differences between two different teams. You know what I mean? Like the Steelers do things one way, Broncos do things one way. I'm sure the Saints do things another way. Some teams might let you play music. Kind of, I guess, to go even more specific about what Spence was telling me one day is some teams find you, like the league policy is if you late for practice, 10 racks. Some teams find you $750, and you got everything in between. So take that and turn it into a big picture thing. The Steelers practiced and went about business a certain way. The Raiders went a completely different way. So I agree with you as well, Luz, in saying I think he got there, and I don't think he enjoyed it. I think he was like, nah, I don't like this.
This ain't for me.
No, and I mean, that's where I was going with it. I think that I think he's on the forefront of like LeBron and everybody get this money. The Raiders gave him that money, and he was like, okay, this is what I want. I'm going to go be a dog for the Raiders. John Gruden. Like in his mind, Hard Knocks. It's gonna be like in his mind. He made a bunch of
targets. They're gonna target.
Yeah, I'm in the Bay. Yeah. We get to play. We might play against the Raiders. Like the Steelers. Like he probably had it in his head that it would be a thing. It was something completely different. He probably hated Mike Mayock because, like you said, Roger, if you didn't know he was crazy, and a lot of people don't want to use that word crazy with Antonio Brown because a lot of people throwing out this CTE thing like he didn't got his head knocked off. I don't think that's the thing. I think he. Damn it, Los, you're hitting the words right before they come out of my mouth. I think he a Florida man. And not even a Florida man. I think he like one of them, like, if you didn't know, like them little Carol City, little whatever that little tykes, them little football, bitty football players. Yeah. I think he cut from the same mold as them boys.
What's
and
that rapper name?
Edrin James.
Like the little rapper dude that be tripping, man.
What, Kodak?
I can't think. Yeah, Kodak Black. He all them people, man. Yeah.
So Antonio
Kodak from Miami?
Nah, he from no, I thought he was from somewhere else in Florida, but still.
He ain't from Tampa, nothing like that.
Broward County. Yeah, Broward County might be Miami.
He from Pompano Beach. That's not Florida.
He from Miami.
He from Pompano Beach. That nigga from Galveston. Oh, he from Houston?
No, I'm saying that's Miami enough. That's what I meant. Miami enough. Yeah. No, that's way down there, man.
Yeah, close enough. Florida, period.
Yeah. I mean, all of that to say, Antonio Brown is cut from that mold.
Yeah.
And I think there's a whole bunch of I'm a nigga that's going on in Antonio Brown head. So much so, let me put this on. I mean, I guess we're gonna transition to the allegations. There's a thing that I always kind of thought was like, I seen a video once of Antonio Brown with his old lady, and I thought she was white, and I had one opinion of Antonio Brown, and I don't mean that. I don't want that to sound away, but I want you to follow me. I had a certain opinion of Antonio Brown when I saw him with this white lady, and I was like, okay. I mean, I'm sorry, but when I see a picture of like Devontae Adams and his old lady and it's a white chick, or Saquon Barkley and the old lady and it's a white chick, I have a certain, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, it's not a negative, it's not a positive, but I think a thing. I think like, okay, that man's successful, you got him a little white chick. Yeah. And then I kind of looked a little closer and I was like, oh, Antonio Brown got it. No, that's actually a black chick Antonio Brown with. And then like the chick that the allegations, let me say this in the right way. The fact that it was a black chick was almost like, oh, Antonio Brown be messing with black chicks.
Wait a minute, the chick he with not black?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought she was a white, like a Hispanic or something, Dominican.
No, yeah. Somebody told me she's black. But anyway, my point is, this little allegation is with a little black chick. Yeah. What do we think about this? Because I was trying to watch ESPN this morning and get my take on it. And the first thing that was on was Carrie Champion talking to Drew Rosenhaus, and she was like very mad at him and wouldn't let him get 2 words in and was shutting him up. And then first take was Molly Curum, and she just today Molly was worse than like she was in a bag typically. Yeah. And I was just like, I can't watch ESPN because all ESPN gonna do is put female analysts out there who just go like because ESPN wants to be on the right side of this, which they from a business model you should, but should you? It's wild.
From a business
model,
let's not talk about should. Let's just talk about what.
That ain't right though. We don't know. You can't pick sides yet because you really don't know.
No, it don't. That's the point, though, Los. They picked the side. Already.
That's what I'm saying.
They picked the side. The side of the young lady. They erred on the side of caution.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they just saying, "Oh, he's okay." Go ahead.
I mean, if ESPN really got on TV this morning and said, well, "What if that bitch really wanted it?" Like that shit.
No, my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's not gonna work.
I'm not saying that far, but I'm saying they basically had those women on there saying, "Oh, if you knew about this, you knew this was coming. He shouldn't be playing. He shouldn't be this. He shouldn't be that. He shouldn't be this." Well, I mean, they basically kind of trying to say he's guilty already because we really don't know. You know what I mean?
I don't know. They were using the word allegations and everything like that, but. The thing is, like, that man didn't help himself by text messages. But I'm so torn because did y'all saw the text messages, or I guess it was either a text or email that they said he put out there. Did y'all see that stuff?
No, I didn't see.
Yes,
that.
No, maybe. No. Basically, he sent these emails, and it's people like this is like prime real estate for racists to come and talk about. He was like, and this is verbatim, supposedly from Antonio Brown. This was posted by it's got thousands of reposts. It was Nick Underhill with the blue check. He was like, supposedly Antonio Brown sent this to the chick. I jack my dick on your back, slept with you in bed, fuck your knowledge, bitch. I've been all pro before I even knew you. You hit me up online, bitch, crying I didn't hit you up. Damn. You never left my house since you had hotel. You fell asleep on my couch. Fuck out of here. My baby mama trick your dumb ass. Blast me. You're a failure. Telling everybody you on the gym. What you gonna blast? Don't fucking write my phone, lying bitch. Thought it was easy to get a come up using God alias fake ass hoe. You and your mama thought y'all hoes had a come up. Fuck out of here. Don't write my team. Thanks for giving us control of your life for 3 weeks. Next time you and your mama plotting on a come up, make sure all you hoes pick the right dumbass hoes. Maybe somebody you already fucked like your mama controlling your life, like she gonna help you on the come up. You failed at gymnast, you a nobody. My niggas laugh about this shit, me busting on your back. I let him know when I'm bored. You a disgrace to little girls. You a failed gymnast living in the past at your mama house with your mama. Lucky I showed you around. You're welcome. My baby mama know you're a weak bitch. When she spot one, you played yourself. So this is allegedly and it's terrible grammar. So the first thing that all of the people in the saying is like, oh yeah, he can't even speak. Imagine how like another black man, blah blah blah. So I'm completely like, he's stupid and he probably did this and he's admitting it looked like to busting on that thing back while she was sleeping. Then I'm looking at other videos that just popped up of him and that thing like cuddled up.
Yeah.
Like video of her laying on top of him, and them two just giggling and her dancing on top of him, in like selfie mode on the phone, when it's just him and her like in a little room. So I'm like, I can't wrap my head around this. There's so many different. And the thing is, they said she sued him for 75 racks. She didn't sue him for like 7.5 million or 750,000.
That's all she want right now.
That's all she ever wanted. So one half of the people saying, well, she only wanted 75 racks, so she must be telling the truth. She's not in it for the money. Other half of the people saying, well, if it's only 75 racks and he did it, he would have paid it and walked on and went on about his business.
Yeah, true.
He just not paying it off for principality. So you saying no?
I'm just saying it's two schools of things. Nigga's a nigga. No, I feel you. You just said that this nigga's a nigga, cuz. And they're not coming off 75 racks, cuz. Especially after he bust that nut. He's not doing it. So that's one school of thought. I'm more so on the other school of thought. Like I'm with that. The nigga is crazy. I'm gonna use the word. You could be tiptoed around on all you want. CTE, whatever happened to him, he crazy. So I think that he did that, I think that she was being very just. I didn't know about this. It's new development, so I'm off the top of my head almost. Very, very just in asking for just 75,000, because I thought you was gonna say 75 M's, 75 billion, 75 racks.
So I mean, is that the cost of the cleanup or what? Because
the damage. Just give me 75 racks.
Maybe she need to get some new shirts and even probably some of her equipment. Probably bust on.
So the thing. So I mean, I don't know that there's a lot of things that I don't think it's appropriate to necessarily joke about it in that we don't know what happened, because like, you know, they suspend people in the NFL for like beating women, and then they suspend people in the NFL for like sexual assault. I feel like sexual assault is way worse than like smacking a chick, right? I think it's way worse to take that ass. They wasn't what? I don't think they wasn't what? I do not think they're what and what. You
beating up a woman, dog.
You think it's
so?
What
So
and
Louis,
what?
let me try to tell you why it's not what and what, because a lot of the times, and to be honest with you, this is probably going to be a very unpopular opinion. A lot of the times, whenever chick get hit, I say, well, what did she do? Because you can't respond the same way as sexual assault. Like, what did she do? No.
Okay.
So Los, I could even make it even more crystal clear for you. Los, would you rather a nigga beat your ass or take that ass?
I definitely want my ass beat.
Okay, so
No,
no, not that. Pause.
Antonio Brown.
Relax, man.
No, me come cocky. All right.
Nah.
Los cocky.
Damn,
No, I mean,
they both. Okay, so my thing is
the time. Can I ask y'all about the timing on this? Why did this? Like, why? Like, what? Like, were they waiting for him to? Was it gonna happen if he went to Oakland at this time anyway? Like, what's the timing? Because I could see how the Hotep contention, or the people who was like the man pushed the button on him. I could see why they would say that. Like, I could see why they would say that. What do y'all think about that timing?
I think you want a nice they put you in the pot, and then they put a little water in there with you, and then put you on slow simmer. I'm talking about them Hoteps. They got you on slow Hotep simmer.
Well,
the timing crazy though.
No, it's not a slow Hotep simmer in there. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Roger. That's fine. What I'm saying is that is not a uncommon thing to be said. I'm in text groups where this is said. This is not me grasping at straws from somewhere that's in my deep thoughts. This is something that people say that, oh yeah, Antonio Brown, you don't want to play? You don't want to play by our rules? We're going to push that button on you. Like, I've seen it on multiple times. The fact that you don't see that on your timeline is interesting to me. Like
No, actually, no. I never said that. I don't. see
okay. I thought you was thinking that I made that up.
No, I thought you made that up. I thought that was you.
Nah.
In fact, I was looking at to make shirts that say "Slow Simmer Hotel." But
I was gonna get a little chick to say it. Slow simmer, Aldo.
Slow simmering. So yeah, now he yeah, I feel you on the timing thing. I do. I think it's something, but I'm just choosing not to believe. I think there's a bunch of things that have been compounding on him, and I think if anything, it's not that man doing that. It's that chick saying, "Well, look, he down now. I could get him. You know, like I could really like make waves. I got my story. I got my 15 minutes in my hand." But if I just post it right now, it ain't gonna do nothing. I gotta wait until this nigga really fuck up because something wrong with him. Mm-hmm. He really messed up.
Got it.
You know, like he all over the news.
He think he on top now. He think he shook back. Here you go.
They say she passed the lie detector, and they say she willing to meet with the NFL, but she gotta wait till next week because she getting married this week. That's so crazy to me. That part of the story is so brazy.
Ain't no way I could be a husband. Ain't no way.
Yeah, I mean, like, why? If I was a husband, I'd be like, chill. Do not let that lawsuit come out till after we get married. Like, not the week of my wedding.
Please.
Cutting them. If you think his groomsmen not over there clowning.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Not to his face, but they clowning.
Oh yeah.
They are clowning on separate phone conversations. Cutting.
A whole nother text group.
So what you gonna do with on y'all wedding night when y'all get back to the room? Y'all gonna bustle that thing back?
Y'all think she
cutting
y'all be like, y'all think she gonna have her back out?
Cutting all that her back out at the wedding. The boys gonna have them jokes. They're not gonna say it to the groom. They're gonna have them jokes though.
Sure. I bet this wedding.
That's very shocking.
Which part is shocking, right?
No, it's very shocking. I didn't know she was getting married soon. But what was more shocking to me is until I looked her up before the podcast, I thought she was a white girl as well.
That's what I'm telling you. That was my whole thing about black, like Antonio Brown, like black women.
But that's not the thing that was shocking. The thing that was shocking is the picture that I saw is that she went to LSU.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she from Memphis and went to LSU. But she went to UCF.
I was like,
too.
Her junior and senior, she went to LSU.
UCF or CMU?
Oh no, I thought it was. Okay, you're right. Because Antonio Brown went to CMU. You're right.
Yeah,
that's where they met.
Okay. So she left there and went to LSU. Is that what y'all saying?
She left Central Michigan and she went to LSU.
Okay, from Memphis, just going around different places, living.
Yep, doing our thing.
So I mean, y'all probably know somebody who know that thing. Obviously.
I know some.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think I know her.
I think I know her, man. Stop it, y'all ridiculous, man. I mean, we gonna hear more details about this.
The timeline crazy because, like she said, they happened 3 different times. Mm-hmm. I just want so you kept going back.
No, can't do that. Okay. Well, it's time out. It's Me Too era. We can't do that. We can't talk. We can't victim blame, and we can't ask why a victim. Well, not blame, but we can't.
I'm not blaming. I'm just asking the question.
We can't ask that question about why they come for. I'm just telling you. I'm not saying that I wouldn't ask it. I think it's a legitimate question.
I got you.
Los, I'm just stopping you from asking it because
I got you.
That's something that I realize you're not supposed to ask. Like you're not supposed to call Antonio Brown crazy. We don't use the F word to describe them people no more on any kind of podcast. Like, you know, we evolve. And one of the evolutionist things, you can't ask why it took so long for somebody to come forth because you never know.
I'm not saying so long. I just want,
Why you keep going back? Yeah, because he was holding her salary. There's a whole bunch of reasons. Like she need that bag. It's a whole bunch of potential reasons where that could be the case. There is another explanation that they were having a consensual relationship. She asked him for them M's. That man said no. She got mad and made up a story. That's possible too.
I feel like though, I'm not saying he didn't. So
both things are possible, and everything in between is possible.
Yeah, I don't feel like he didn't do what she said he did. I'm just saying that she might have been cool with it at the time.
That's the thing, because that's what Antonio Brown said. He said it was consensual.
I'm not saying she's not lying, but I'm just saying she might have been cool with it. Now maybe she hadn't. I'm not. I don't want to go down that road. I ain't Dave.
You was sleeping in our bus on you. is kind of the thing. So my question is like, was you sleeping just like around me, or was we sleeping together?
Mm-hmm. Because it's different that well, it's just kind of wild either way, but.
Okay. So I'm actually looking up something from what Tertius Gray? Is that Tertius Gray? Is that am I pronouncing that right? Los?
I think so.
Terrius Gray. Born March 26, 1975. And he actually said, let's say I'm in the room with a and hold on, fuck like a man.
Like a man.
I'ma beat my meat
and get my fucking nut for sure.
Nut for sure. She
and
gonna be
what?
drove
She's
then.
Gonna be drove then. And like a man.
And I'ma cut the TV off and go to sleep on that.
Hey, now tell that to your girlfriend. You tell her
everything.
She gonna be with her.
She gonna be by her boyfriend. She gonna be with her husband. She's bound to get murdered. Okay, so that's what Terrius Gray has to say about that. I don't know. Like, I'm sorry that I was intermittent, but I didn't want to necessarily be too profane with it. So maybe Antonio Brown was following that 400 degrees methodology. Something that also that I've been thinking about, and this is an NFL thing, Raj and Los. I'm just curious about this.
Something crazy.
Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown both left the Steelers. And I'm kind of like, man, the Steelers kind of make me sick. And then I start thinking about Brian Flores, the new coach for the Dolphins, and how all them boys want to leave there too. Why do black coaches, and black players not get along?
I don't think that's true.
I think
that you're looking at that in a very microcosm.
I think okay, go ahead.
Mike Tomlin.
Go ahead. Y'all both talk on it. I'll give y'all my 2 cents, which are going to be strong.
All right,
2
cool.
cents.
It's cool. I just don't think that that's a true thing. I don't think that. I think that Mike Tomlin. Give me a. If it was a thing, then I wouldn't want a head coach as an example. Give me a GM, because I don't think that there's any doubt in Mike Tomlin's mind that he wouldn't want both them boys on the team. If he was controlling and he had all of the money to spend, he would have them boys on the team. And I think them boys would be happy to play for him. I also think the same thing of Brian Flores. I don't think that that's a coach problem, what they got going on over there. I think it's a GM problem, and that's what I think. So,
okay, so that's great. But I disagree. And I think that I think we have been predisposed as a people, specifically as black men, to have a crab in a barrel mentality, but more so have a combative nature toward one another. And especially when a black man is in power. I think you look at situations like Barack Obama and like being the president of the United States and black people being like, man, he ain't did nothing for us. Like Obama got in there and I expected him to do something for us. I expected him to cut for us. And I feel like there is a inherent power struggle that comes from a black man being in charge. Now, you can sit down and talk about a GM versus a coach, there's difference in being in charge, but I think that there's a difference. I think when there's a black man in charge and other black men who they're leading, that person who's in charge has to feel like, I can't play favorites, so I gotta be just as tough. And I think that comes across to like a lot of other black men as, Cutting, I thought you would cut for me. So I think there is definitely something to that. Now, that's my strong 2 cents, and it could be absolutely wrong, but that's my 2 cents.
No. I think a part of that is true. We looking for deals, like, oh, come on, black man. You know what I'm saying? I think a part of it is true, but I don't think a lot of it has to do with black coaches, especially. I think a lot of guys like playing for black coaches. Like, what's the guy? Dudes like playing for Herm Edwards. They like playing for the guy in Cincinnati that was there for a long time. So I don't
because he let them niggas do what they want.
Exactly. So
Marvin Lewis let them niggas do what he wants.
Hey, Chad, whatever the fuck you want to do, Chad, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But every black man not like that. I think our guy over at Cincinnati, I think he had he been no nonsense from the day he came there. You know what I'm saying? He built a culture over there, and and then too, we can't have niggas in the locker room filming while he in there going off talking about what they gonna do next week and all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things you can't do. Now, granted, I think he will put up with some stuff because you're a good player. whether you black or white, but certain ignorant stuff you doing, dog, come on. You just can't be doing that. And then he got the head, the GM over him, and he got a boss too. So sometimes that stuff get out of his hands. You do a certain amount of things, and it's beyond his reach at some point, no matter how good you are, especially when
so y'all are of the mind that Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown just made themselves so untenable that he couldn't do nothing with them. And it's them boys' fault. And if them boys wouldn't have been asking for money and wilding and missing practice and stuff, then he would have kept them. But the team would have kept them.
Not Tomlin though. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm talking about the GM.
Yeah.
So Le'Veon is a different situation. Antonio Brown to me is his own problem.
Mm-hmm.
Le'Veon Bell to me got a problem. Like he has some problems outside of it, but he's not Antonio Brown. Like he's just a product of being a running back in the NFL these days that's not getting paid. Yeah. So that's what Le'Veon's thing was. I would have set out I'm not saying I would have set out the season. I'm gonna be happy to make that much money, but if I was Le'Veon Bell, I would have considered sitting out the season, just like Zeke considered sitting out the season this year.
Like
that's a different thing to me. Like Melvin Gordon is sitting out the season.
And guess what Melvin Gordon got? A black coach.
But they don't have anything to do with.
But you don't have a black G. They don't have the GM.
I know, but the coach. I understand what both of y'all saying, but the coach is the one who get out there on like when the media think we're only gonna talk about people in the locker room.
Yes.
And little side ass remarks too. Not respectful. Man, let that man worry about his contract issue. We would love for him to be here, but that contract issue is something that we can't control. Hopefully he'll be here when he could be here, but not like the side ass. Like because it be sounding like
I don't think that's a side thing, man. He like, look here, that ain't my business. I'm staying out of that. I only talk about stuff that's going on in the locker room. He a head coach. He got so millions of things to worry about other than some nigga that's not there and his money. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just tell you something.
The Steelers still make me sick because the Steelers' whole team turned on Le'Veon last year. Their whole offensive line was talking shit about him, and the whole team turned on Antonio Brown, and they got their dick kicked in the dirt on Sunday night.
Yes, they did.
And they cut Spence.
And they cut D. Spence.
Yeah.
You right. But anyway,
no. Look, let me tell you something. After you said the whole get on the, I'm just the first thing that can't get on the podium and start talking shit slick. I don't agree with you, but you got more of a point because I'm just thinking about when Mike Singletary got up there and was talking about
Mike Singletary pulled
can't
that
win,
dick out of
can't win with him.
Can't win with him. Can't coach him.
And that is I feel like that is the downfall of some niggas in power.
That's Mike Singletary. He crazy.
There's some Steve Harvey shit though, right? Is that Bill Cosby, Steve Harvey? I'm a black man. I'm older. I should be able to chastise your shit.
Right. I'm looking at some of these coaches though. I'm looking at like a bunch of the faces, and they just got different personalities though. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not all Steve Harvey. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them Obama's like Tony Dungy,
Marvin Lewis,
same tribe.
Herm Edwards. That boy is so
not.
Maybe not Marvin Lewis.
I don't know about Herm Edwards. Herm Edwards look like he's pretty. Like Herm Edwards is that nigga. Like,
Herm Edwards would probably piss you off too.
But I'm saying got to know like Todd Bowles, Jim Caldwell.
Jim Caldwell,
with soft spreadable butter ass, man. Nigga, come on, bro. He ain't got that complex going on.
I think Jim Caldwell.
Mike Tomlin want to be the most. Mike Tomlin want to be the most famous person on that team, man.
Nah, bro. Nah, you tripping.
What you mean, no?
He the head coach, man.
Mike Tomlin the Kappa, man.
He ain't trying to be famous. He the head coach.
Mike Tomlin's getting the mirror and shimmy and put the mirror up in front of him before he go on the field, man.
Mike Tomlin, he had one little ugly ass face. He don't be doing nothing extra in the interview trying to be famous.
He look like Omar Epps.
He just look funny. That's it.
Same tribe.
Same tribe as Omar
Epps. He ain't trying to be famous. Man, trying to win games and have a
right. You said job. You're looking at them pictures. That coach in the Steelers, the Chargers, the Steelers, and the Dolphins, that's all the same black man from that same. They cut from the same jib of I'm not tolerating that shit from you niggas. That's
from
what they cut
from. Though. From nobody.
No, they'll let Big Ben rape them.
That's not a coach issue, man.
I'm just saying. Big Ben, what? Nah, come on, Ben.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Come on, Ben.
It's not a coach.
I like
issue.
Villanova. We stand for the flag here. All of them. Think about it. Trying to kick Kenny Stills out of. Kenny Stills almost broke our heart. Kick Kenny Stills out of the Dolphins because I'm gonna play some Jay-Z for you, huh? You know what I mean? Them, because they want to be so the other way, so they don't look like they pro us. That they on that bullshit. That's all I'm saying, dog.
I don't think it's rampant as you think it is.
That's funny.
Sometimes I'm cool.
Well, look,
I'm cool with being wrong.
I agree. I don't agree with you wholeheartedly, but it exists.
Yeah, it definitely exists. No, I'm saying it exists. I don't think it's just crazy like he's saying every nigga like that. I don't think that.
Well, they already don't have a lot of nigga head coaches.
Right.
So,
right.
Lord.
David Shaw, they'll play for David Shaw. I think he'll come over there and they'll play for him. Like, they got certain people that, black coaches, they probably have played for Byron Leftwich. He ain't built like that. You know what I mean? They got some. They got some.
I'm going to just put it to you like this. I'm looking at all of these coaches. I'm looking at
so do you think they'll play for Ray Lewis?
No.
The one coach that I felt...
What about Ray Rice?
Nobody playing for Ray Lewis.
What about Ray Rice?
Shut up. What you saying, Raj?
I can't get out of my head Dennis Green. I just feel like Dennis Green is... They were who we thought we were. And then the nigga will get... let him off the hook. And then you'll get in the back and be like, man, these niggas, man, y'all niggas better. You know, like, I just feel like he just would be so...
cool, man.
Like that.
No, Dennis Green was probably cool because he talked that shit. But he never, like, think about the characters he had on his team, and they stayed there. They played with him for a long time. That man had the black quarterback, black receiver, black everything before that was even cool.
But they was staying there, and they kept paying them people. And people stayed, and they wasn't trying to get extra money and leaving for money.
They had Randy Cunningham, Chris Carter. Think about them niggas. That's an old Negro team. Come on, man. Chris Carter, Randall Cunningham.
Then they brought
Randy Moss.
Then they brought
John Randall.
my boy, the big arm came in there. The big fat quarterback. Cole Pepper. Gunning that thing. But listen, that's all GM though. They ain't got nothing to do with the coach, man.
Jake Reed from
I don't know if y'all knew this. But y'all knew Dennis Green. They had one episode where Carl Winslow couldn't make it, and they got Dennis Green to play him. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I remember seeing
that episode.
And he said, "You want to crown their ass, then crown them."
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that game. Just side note,
Raj.
I remember that game. The Bears was losing like 23-3 in the fourth quarter with the ball. Yeah. Them boys fumbled and the defense scored. Them boys fumbled again and the defense scored. Yeah. Them boys kicked that thing to Devin Hester and he ran it back for a touchdown. The offense did not score and the boys came back and lost that game and the Bears might have been undefeated before that. That's why that nigga blew a gasket. Yeah, he was like, now we have 23-3 and the offense never scored and we lost. It was
what do you mean?
Like that was either
fuck do you mean?
It was either Sunday or Monday night football. I don't remember. But I said Jake Reed was on that team and he went to Grambling. I want y'all to read this article if you haven't already read it. It's pretty dope. It's Jamel Hill, and it's in the Atlantic, and it's called "It's Time for Black Athletes to Leave White Colleges." There was a cool little clip with Ben Watson. He was on Fox News, and Laura Ingraham thought he was going to say what she wanted him to say. And that man just flipped the script on and was like, no, I completely agree with Jamel Hill. So go look up that clip, too. It's hilarious. I might splice it in here. I don't know if it's splice worthy. Maybe I will.
Former ESPN anchor Jamel Hill created a kind of stir with a piece in the Atlantic where she argued that black athletes should stop attending white majority colleges. What's your reaction to this?
Well, I read the article, and when I saw the uproar over it, I read the article, and I agree with her. She had some great points in that article. When you look at the history of HBCUs and you look at the hundreds of thousands of black professionals that have come from these schools over the course of the last several years since they've been created, and you look at what's been lost since integration has happened, what she was saying was simply that athletics is a multi-billion-dollar business. I went to 2 historically white universities, Duke University and University of Georgia, that have a lot of money based on athletics. What she was saying that, look, we're living in a time where there's a big racial wealth gap. The average white family has a net income, a net worth that's 10 times that of a black family. And so if we're able to have some of these athletes that create so much income go to some of these schools, not that white students don't go and students of other ethnicities don't go. We live in a time where everybody can go wherever they want to. But what she was saying simply, if we're trying to pump money and revenue into some of these communities, that there's still this big disparity, this may be a way to do it. Obviously, that's in a vacuum.
Yeah.
There are other factors to figure into that. But when you read her argument, look, she lays it out very, very cleanly, and it's actually something that I agree with.
All right, Benjamin. Well, I think that Duke would have not been thrilled about your not being there, but we'll leave it at that. I mean, the college sports would certainly be a lot different today if we went down a color-coded way of figuring out college admissions. I mean, that's resegregating the country. Why do we want that?
Well, no, because segregation, as you know, is government mandated.
Yeah, I get it.
This is not segregation. Yeah. This is if you read the article and see what
I read the article. I read the article. All right, we got to go.
So the one point that I think that's interesting about this article is just in general is I never thought that black athletes going to HBCUs. There's so many schools of thought to this. One thought is just, well, I'll let you guys talk on it in a second. I just didn't think it would work because I'm like, you need too many people to buy into that. Mm-hmm. But one thing they said that was pretty interesting was, what if you just get like a Zion? Just one dope basketball player, like the dopest. That'll bring so much revenue that like Nike would flock, whoever would flock to that school because they got one dope player. I don't know. What y'all think about just the idea of black players need to go to HBCU?
So I'm going to let you go first because I thought about this a lot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I think it'll be cool. It's going to be really hard to start getting that trend going because, number one,
didn't you turn down all of those scholarships to D1 schools to go to?
No, I was trying to go. I was trying to go. I would have been in Miami. My basketball coach wasn't tripping. Anyway,
go ahead.
No, the thing about it is the facilities, man. The D1 schools offer so much more than black schools. Like, the school I went to, we rode buses everywhere. You know what I mean? I might have got on a plane, twice in my 3-4 years there. So, it's different. Like, you different sitting there. We didn't have a hot and cold tub. We wasn't getting ice baths on the regular. We didn't get per diems when you go on the road. We had one little tracksuit you had to, wear there and wear back. You know what I mean? So it's just a whole bunch of stuff that's completely different. When you go into HBCU and D1, big time D1s. Now I do, I did read about the money line. How much money like Alabama football making $170 million, and the biggest thing the highest grossing athletic HBCU made was PV, and they made $19 million. That's the athletics across the board. You know what I mean? Not just football. So, I think it would be great for them. It just be extremely hard. But then, with that being said, it's a lot of D1 athletes that started D1 that are HBCUs right now.
Fair enough.
TSU got one. The guy that was on Last Chance U. He was big. He was big time coming out of college. So
your boy's there too. Your boy from LSU last year. Jonathan Giles.
Yeah, it's a few kids, so they having them, but I guess by the time the luster come down, who's really gonna really tune into a Zion dunk on Grambling all that game? You know what I mean? We watch the YouTube clips, but people not vying, trying to get commercials to, ain't no TV time for that.
Ooh, Lois, before Raj say his point, let me mildly disagree. If Zion went to Grambling, every Grambling game would be on some kind of network.
No,
stop that.
No.
Oh, you disagree? Oh, come on, man. Nah, man. They were showing Spartanburg, South Carolina games, man. They would be showing especially at the beginning of the season when Grambling traveling all over the place like chickens with their head cut off. No, man.
They weren't showing Zion whole games in high school on TV.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they would in college because they could.
Nah. Number one, Grambling don't have electricity. They don't have the voltage to handle all that stuff.
Okay, there you go, y'all. Raj, you said you thought about a lot of this. What you think?
I thought about this a lot, And so I came up with two very popular sayings across history that a lot of black people have like to say, you know, and stuff like that. So, the first one is "We shall overcome." Right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means to you, but let me tell you what it means to me. I looked up the definition "shall," and it's expressing a strong assertion or intention. So basically what that's saying to me is we intend to overcome at some point if the white man let us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, like we're gonna try to overcome. Like, it's not we will overcome, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't really like that one. But then I think about like power to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking about that and I'm like, okay, that shit makes a lot of sense to me because I feel like we got a lot of skin in the game when it comes to sports. And sports entertainment cannot survive without black people.
Facts.
It can't happen. I think it would be so. Let me also. I've seen some critics of what Jemele Hill said, saying that it's segregationist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what
and
Laura
racist.
Ingraham was saying. Yeah.
And I don't all the way disagree with that. I do think that it is kind of weird for all black people to go to one college because then there was all Mexican people gonna go to, you know, Mesa State University and all white people gonna go to Yale
University of Phoenix.
So I think that I think that would be kind of crazy. But for the most part, I'm just saying I think it would be cool, and I think you both of y'all touched on it. If there was a 10-year span of black athletes, because they're going to still make the league. One thing Jemele Hill said is that Zion Williamson was going to be the #1 overall pick no matter where he went. Mm-hmm. So if they got some black athletes that just all, especially in basketball, that just all go to HBCUs for 10 years and make it a trend, it's going to take 10 years. That's it. 10 years for them schools
to try to catch up,
to be on the map.
Just catch up.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, to really be doing some things. But like, it's just such a heavy idea.
I think it's less than even 10 though, Raj, with the one and done rule. Mm-hmm. If like those same 3 cats, like, and I know it's sounding like, because RJ Barrett is from Canada, so he wouldn't be feeling that. Mm-hmm. I don't think. But let's just say Zion and what was the Cam Reddish and maybe one other the other ones was like, you know what? Let's go to South Carolina State, or you know, one of these schools, one of the HBC. Let's go to Hampton. Let's go to Howard. You know. The thing about it is their college experience would be different. Ooh. There is something to be said for the big time college experience, like you know how we watched He Got Game, and you're like, oh man, look, them boys at Big State University, and they doing whatever the hell they want. They running it, and they into all kind of stuff. However, that college atmosphere, you can't tell me it's better than an HBCU when you're the man too, because it's just as, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's got to be as fly to be on at a black school and be the honest nigga at the school.
But it's a difference.
It's definitely different.
It's a different.
It's
cool. It's cool if you're that type of cat.
Down.
You know, it's cool.
Okay, so Raj. Okay, no, stop. And I think this is a very interesting thing. I'm just asking, Raj. You're definitely saying it's a notch down. And I get you. I get probably why you would say that. However, I don't. It's a notch down because of all of those other things that y'all are talking about with, like, the money and the fame that goes along with it. The college experience ain't like you can't tell me that somebody who went to UL Lafayette as a regular student or went to LSU as a regular student had a better college experience than me at an HBCU. You can't tell me that.
So let me tell you.
You can't fucking tell me that.
Let me tell you who they were.
Also,
it's not true though.
You also can't compare yourself to being the honest nigga at the school either.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, a regular student with a regular student. Like that. That's I get it. Yeah, you might have a way more fire experience at a HBCU, just like that other person might have a way more fire experience at their
you're right.
You know, PWI.
You're right.
But what I'm saying is, forget the money. I'm just talking about the attention. Uh-huh. You got a variety of attention.
I got you.
But in the same podcast, you said they got hating ass niggas.
Uh-huh.
That's NFL head coaches and saying crazy stuff and don't like to see black people in power and stuff.
That was a good point, right?
And don't think that they ain't got them hating ass niggas at them HBCUs. That's like, oh man, yeah, he play football, but oh God told me ...
No.
Like,
he gonna,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so
do his thing. You talking about niggas or coaches?
No, niggas.
But the thing is, I'm talking about the fans.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm talking about the students.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be. They're not gonna be like, oh man, what's up? I'm so happy to meet you. Oh my God, Braxton Miller. Oh my God, whoever, Tua. What's up, Tua, man? Like, nah, it ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna be all
my
that.
school.
Well,
I think it depends though. I don't think Zion would have had the hit. I don't think he would have had the best time at a black institution like that though. HBC.
Raj is right.
It's a different thing.
He wouldn't. I don't think Zion would have walked into an HBCU and all of the black dudes at the school being like, Zion, like, man, let me get your autograph. Let's hang out. Niggas would be standoffish. But the issue becomes, like, and I think it's a point that we've talked about on maybe we talked about this off air, that every great basketball player that we know of probably in the last 20 years, I would not, every is a strong word, but 90% of them all went to private school. And 90% of them were like that guy when they were little kids. So by the time they get to college and stuff, they are a different type of dude. They speak differently, they act differently, the girls they date are different. So maybe it is those great Zion type players and Kobe and whoever else, they might not have fit into the HBCU mode. So maybe y'all are right. Maybe it's like...
No, not y'all. I think it'd be cool. I want them to do it.
But I'm saying maybe the football players would fit in
they
a
wouldn't
little
have
bit easier.
as much fun.
Like Leonard Fournette could go to Southern and he would be fine.
Yes.
And he'd be fine.
Well,
like, ain't nobody messing with
a football player and a basketball player too, though. They two totally different people.
Absolutely.
Totally
Them boys would go over there and beat people up. They run.
Yes.
I mean, they run it.
Yes. Tell your whole party.
I think it would be cool. I just know I heard my whole life things like, and I'm gonna give you one more. We need to come together.
That's your other black
right?
quote?
You hear all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's my quote. I gave you my quotes. We talked about quotes. I gave him all my quotes already.
I got a quote this week too.
So quotes, right? I gave you that one. Man, we need to stick together and all that. Bro, you know how I'm serious. I'm not talking about the trend. I'm not talking about the trend of all fire elite basketball players going to HBCUs. I'm not talking about the trend. I think that would come. I'm talking about the trend that Howard would be a top program. Howard would be Villanova and be looking to hire Shaka Smart and Brad Stevens. Like, it wouldn't take long for Duke not to be a thing. Like, Coach K get fired, get a job in the NBA, and because South Carolina State is the Carolina school that everybody going to now. Like, it's Southern. No, like, boys ain't going to the final. Like, the Final Four is going through Southern, not LSU. You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like, if you could just take.
No, it would be live.
Man, this past season, it was there.
You're right.
No, it would be live. Like, and you know, the aesthetic of it would be live too. Like the fact that the stuff, the band, the different colors. Like how live would that be to watch Alabama play against Southern? Like that powder blue and yellow against like watching it visually. I think that's
not to mention that powder blue and yellow after them 10 years will be. I mean, they probably sponsored by Russell right now.
You're right.
You know, like they'll have Nike sponsorships, Jordan sponsorships, all of this. But it really would be a domino effect. Yeah. It would be a domino effect of things to where you never know where it might lead.
Mm-hmm.
You know where to lead? It'll lead to what's the old buddy who stole out of
Tyrone Hankerson Jr. I know that's where you was going because that's what I was thinking. That's the one issue.
We gonna always
what we gonna do with that money?
I hate to be this nigga though.
What we gonna do with that money?
But we gonna fuck that
niggas
shit
gonna
up,
need.
Niggas gonna. Hey, you gonna be like, dang, why them boys got buku Bentleys on campus, huh?
Buku Bentleys on campus. I don't know if I trust us with that money, man. But look, I want it to happen. I definitely want it to happen.
I just know how we get down, man.
Well, Raj, I had another quote. It was from Snowfall last week. Leroy. That's his name, Leroy? No. That's his little partner name. What's his little partner name?
The little dude with the
What's Franklin's partner? Yeah.
Leroy? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna remember it in a second. But he had a quote a couple weeks ago. He said, "First nigga through the door always got a key." I just thought that was funny. I was like, okay,
It's very profound.
Why? Right?
I'm actually I'm typing it as we speak because that's going under my next Instagram.
It better not, man. It can't be, dog. You're ridiculous, man. Yeah. Damn, who does he play? I'm looking for his name on the thing. Okay. Anyway, it is what it is, man. So got one more thing. Dennis Rodman documentary. Did you guys watch that?
Nah, I didn't
No.
see. I'm recording that.
Okay.
I'm kind of not really interested in it, to be
you
honest with
tripping.
you.
I gotta see that.
You gonna like it?
No, not really. Like Dennis Rodman.
His name Leon.
You know that
That nigga named Leon on the show. But go ahead.
His name is Leon. Oh, on Snowfall.
Yeah.
No, the Dennis Rodman was never one of my like childhood idols. You know, like I never like, I don't know. He was just a guy. I was like, oh shit, he got pink hair. I mean, you saw Dennis Rodman had pink hair, but like all of that extra stuff, like marrying himself and being with Madonna and all of that, like that. I ain't never really wanted. I don't really care about all of that.
I used to like Rodman as a player. I used to think he was like, he just hustled hard and everything like that. But watching it, he was like on some, like, it's weird. Like they got parts in there where like like a little white family adopted him when he was at school. That boy was like, he grew 12 inches when he was 20.
In college.
Yes, when he was like, no, he wasn't in college. He had graduated high school and was working at the airport and doing regular stuff for like 3 years. That man was like 21, 22, just in the neighborhood. And then all of a sudden, shoot, boy, 6'9". His pituitary gland and shit all fucked up. And then he gets that, and then the basketball coaches start getting him in there. He go play way in the Midwest. His mama kept putting him out because she didn't want to do nothing. And then he like moved in with a white family. The white mama on the show talking about, yeah, Dennis made me mad one day. And I was like, come here, don't talk to me like that, nigger. She said the shit on the documentary that she told him that. Oh. And like that man was like, yeah, I didn't really see the difference between, you know, black people call me nigger all the time too. He is, man, that shit is crazy.
I gotta see that.
Shit is nuts. It's 2 hours. It is nuts.
It come on at 12. That almost make me. I might have to stay up and watch that tonight. You be sleeping.
I DVR'd that thing. I always 30 for 30 is always on my DVR. But yeah, that like he got some parts in there where you like, damn, Dennis, and then they get to the wilding and the partying and him doing all that other stuff.
Hey, did you know like I used to pray for that? I used to pray for that Dennis Rodman growth spurt though.
Dennis Rodman. I didn't know Dennis Rodman had that Anthony Davis. Like until I watched this documentary, I didn't know. I thought he played high school basketball. I had no clue.
Yeah, I've actually I've always known that. I was born knowing that.
He was born knowing that, like Lawrence.
Yeah. First thing I knew.
He was 10 years old, man. And then they kept talking about his sexuality the whole time on the documentary. Like, is he straight or is he gay? Now, cue up that music for that nice.
You can't say anything nice. Don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but I'll go nice.
Ain't nothing nice. You hear me?
All right, man. So I play pickup games a lot. You know what I mean? But when I'm out there hooping, getting buckets, you know, getting my boogie cousins on when I intend to be boogie cousins. You know, when I'm at peak physical form, I'm like Draymond out there. I've said this before. My new favorite, though, for those who've been hooping with me, is I want to have that mellow game. You know what I'm saying? Give me that 18-footer. You know what I mean? Play a real slow boogie. I'm on that mellow. You know what I'm saying? But the games stop a lot when I'm hooping because, you know, I'm one of those people who hoop with a Fitbit on. I got to get my steps, bro. I mean, I'm trying to get 10,000, 11,000, whatever it is. I'm trying to get them all in while I'm on the court. And if somebody's just so happen to run at me hard and it come off my wrist or whatever the case is, the game stops. I'm picking up my Fitbit. I'm reattaching it. Yeah, I got the little breakaway feature. Putting that thing back on, wiping it off, making sure I'm counting my steps. Ain't nothing worse than being out there hooping and being like, damn, hold up, I didn't start the exercise. You know? I'm not going to hoop without my Fitbit on because I got to get my steps, man. And, I noticed recently that one of our favorite NFL players was obviously trying to be like Al a little bit, man. This past Sunday, Odell, who was out there doing his thing with his Richard Millie Rock. His Richard Mille watch, and all of a sudden everybody online was like, oh, Odell's planning a $350,000 watch. What the hell is wrong with him? So In reality, it came out that the watch only retailed for $190,000, which is still a lot, but that's not. It's half as much as what they said, half as much as what they were saying. And he got that one, but now the watch goes for $350. Odell said he takes showers and he hoops and he do everything else. He go to practice with the watch. So why would he take the watch off like during the game? Had a lot of questions about this, but the first thing that came to mind was, well, Odell's probably getting some kind of kickback from this company. Like, why wouldn't he? Like, duh. Like, that's why he's wearing this watch. Mm-hmm. But the company's staunchly saying that he's just a customer and he's not a brand ambassador. And that they only made, I think, 50 of those watches. So it wasn't like they went out of their way to say he is not a brand ambassador for them. So it got me to thinking that, like, that's kind of some clown shit. It's like when black people was wearing Tommy Hilfiger. And Tommy Hilfiger was like, I don't make my clothes to fit them. Mm-hmm. Or like when somebody is doing something and they don't want you in their stuff, then why are you still doing it? Like the minute they said that, maybe Odell should have went and found another company who said, hey, Odell, we'll pay you $190,000 to wear our watch during the game. Yeah. Instead of somebody telling you that you got to pay $190 and don't want your type of person to be representing them. But then the other part of it is, it's part of Odell's brand. Odell's brand is cool, man. And if wearing a watch during the game makes you cool, which it undoubtedly does make him cool, who are we to talk any kind of noise about it? But the NFL obviously hopped in. And what they said is that there's a law prohibiting wearing any kind of hard objects on them. But Odell said people wear gold chains all the time and jewelry. They wear like metal knee braces and elbow pads. That's way worse than this. And besides, we know that Odell is not about to have no prohibited hard objects on him. But at the end of the day, fly is fly. Odell's fly. And I think I'm siding with the boy on this one. And I ain't got nothing nice to say about people who talk down on Odell for being a trendsetter on and off the field. So I won't say nothing at all. Odell, you can't wear none of them hard objects on him.
He like them in them.
So I also think just to give you a business, I guess, trademark kind of caveat thing, maybe that brand didn't necessarily not want Odell in that watch, mm-hmm. But they might just they couldn't claim. They couldn't say that, oh yeah, he's an advocate. Like they can't say that. It probably is just a customer.
Because
that's probably the truth.
Because they might. And the other part that people said was they might then other players are gonna be like, oh, well, I'm getting a deal with Casio, I'm getting a deal with whatever, and I'm getting a deal with whatever, and then the NFL can't have any of the money. Like the NFL brands, all of the jerseys are by somebody, and everything else got to be wear by certain people.
NFL don't like you doing stuff outside. They don't have the money with. Cause I remember they stopped letting them boys wear Beats headphones on the field for a minute, huh?
Yeah, because they were all wearing because they wanted
Sony
the Bose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bose. Yeah, I think it's super cool. I think that's just the next. Like Odell wore a crazy watch, fire watch that matched with the jersey.
That's fire.
Like right on the field.
And it be $200,000.
I promise you that there's gonna be it's gonna be a thing.
And that's what
boys about to wear watches.
The NFL's gonna be like, whoa, niggas! I know y'all gonna take this too far.
Well, whatever they do, I'm just saying, like, yeah, he cool. Just like who started the whole walk in the aisle with fire clothes on in NBA, all right,
with two shoes,
and we got the right, and then you're holding your shoes in your hand. You got shoes on, and you just holding.
PJ Tucker started it, the shoe guard.
All right.
Him and Dennis Rodman. I remember Dennis Rodman had some heels one day. I remember that.
He had his heels in his. Yeah, he's stupid, man. No, you're gonna like that Dennis Rodman. No, I think that Odell is that, like, whoever was the first person who wore a little kung fu headband when they was hooping. The NBA didn't ban them for some stupid reason, but like anybody who's like people like Odell who are like trendsetter daddies, like they're gonna come with whatever it is, and if it's not a watch, it's gonna be the next thing. It's gonna be
something else because he the one put the hair. He had the little gold hair. Had kids.
Somebody was
doing it, yeah.
Right. Somebody was the first person who put the hoodie on under their football outfit. Maybe we didn't like it, maybe we did, but somebody did it first.
Yeah.
And it was like, ooh, I think it was James Jones for the
James Jones. That's who it was.
Was he the first one? And,
yeah, definitely.
And
with
then
the Packers.
Zeke
James
Elliott,
Jones.
them people still do it like all the time. They do it at practice. They wearing them hoodies under their stuff. Like it's a thing. It became a thing. So like Odell is a trendsetter. So I think that watch was like the most fire thing in week 1. It would have just been Mo Lav if they wouldn't have got annihilated. But if you saw the post game highlights of what's his name, Delaney Walker in the locker room, ooh, that boy had a nasty.
Who we thought they were,
bro. You saw that rope that boy had on, that choker.
I don't remember.
I see that.
God, that thing was diamond crushed, bezeled out, boy. The only thing live in Odell week 1, period, was that Kamara grill, period.
Yeah. Boy,
Kamara
that
had
fresh Johnny.
a crushed out Johnny Dang grill mouthpiece. Yeah, you ain't. That was the only thing giving Odell a run for his money in week 1. So the boys keep coming with the fly shit. That's how we got to do it, man, and that's how we doing it today. Hey, I had one other thing to talk about, but I'm gonna leave it for next week. We gotta somebody maybe tell me what. Well, maybe don't talk about it next week. I just throw it out there. What's the ESPN body issue all about? Shit, I don't know. Tell me why boys get naked all the time, man. So y'all give us a get in our inbox, man. Let us know why that's still a thing, because that thing is wild, and why they boys posted themselves like that. But look, we decided to give y'all a little bit more because we gave y'all less last week, man. Appreciate y'all kicking it with the Best Friend Weekend podcast.
One time.
And we gonna holler at y'all next week. We out.
Ass getting fat, hold up. He dropped that bag on me because he liked to brag on me. He see this ass on me. Ass getting fat, hold up. He dropped that bag on me because he liked to brag on me. He see this ass on me. Ass and some titties, they tried. My page, they stalk a lot. Bitches on nothing but cop. These hoes be sick when I drop. Top in the winter, I'm hot. Topless and thongs with thoughts. You can get pressed to mop. Thinking you're cute? You're not. Bitches, you sharing or what? I ain't even have to fuck him. He was busting a nut. I don't play with niggas' kids. This ain't Toys R Us. Bitches thinking they the shit till them hoes see us.
That's I know it was more bragging female lyrics.
That wasn't
I guess.
extremely nasty.
I mean, I can't everything. You know how hard it is to find just big fire nasty lyric every time. Some of them gonna be sub. Some of them gonna see not all that. Or I could just read "Come Cocky" all the time.
Cocky.
Every song I could start. I don't even have to put that bitch on shuffle. Cause I could put that bitch start at number 1 and go down to number 12. That shit gonna be nasty.